Hi, everybody. And Kelsey, we're jumping right in live. Sorry about that. We have a new social media coordinator, and we're just learning how to get this all together. How are you, sweetie?
Good. Everything's going all right.
And we chuckle because the last time you and I have spoken to each other, you were pregnant with a child that you've been waiting for like 12 years and finally got pregnant, right?
Right.
Okay, so tell me what happened.
Well, I went to Clear Passage in April of 23, but before that, I had hydrosalpinx, and I found out in it was December of 22. I did a whole bunch of testing, and then it came back as hydrosalpinx, and um, it really deterred me. They had told me they were going to take both of my tubes, regardless of if there was only one tube. My left tube was the only tube with hydrosalpinx, so that's what they wanted to take, both tubes, regardless. And then I just did some Googling and YouTubing and found Clear Passage, and also several Facebook groups. I had a girl I met on there, Lindy. She vouched for Clear Passage, so she told me a little bit, made me feel much better about attending Clear Passage. And in April of 23, I attended Clear Passage and found out I was pregnant in September of 2023.
That is phenomenal. And the last time, because Kelsey, you've been on a Facebook Live before, and we did a gender reveal. So remind everybody, what was the gender of the baby?
So my baby was Bowen, so it was a boy, and he was born in February of 24. He was born early. I had an incompetent cervix, not to anything that I've ever known before, because my daughter, who's 13 now, didn't have any issues with her, and then found out when we were supposed to do our live to do the gender reveal the first time, I was in the hospital with the incompetent cervix.
And so how old is Owen now?
Bowen is 16 months.
Awesome. And I think, and I don't know how to share. I don't think let's see if I can share is, I'm trying to figure out, there's some pictures we have pictures, but I just got these last night and I don't know how to share those. So Jen, if you could figure out how to share a picture, we'll show them. So after you had Owen, how old was Owen when you called me with your next set of news?
I was probably 4 months postpartum, so it came to a complete shock to us. So in June of last year, I found out I was pregnant with Colson, so our newest, and he did go full term this time. And yep. So what is weird is I had the hydrosalpinx in my left tube, and both times I ovulated from my left tube. And every time I went to the OB, they were just in complete shock that that's what happened, because they have all my records.
So are we saying that Clear Passage, we don't know if it opened up your other tube or not?
Yeah, on my right side, I didn't have any. It wasn't blocked or anything. I went for an HSG.
Oh, so you were ovulating from your left side. That was the blocked tube.
Yeah, that was the blocked tube. So both of the boys came from my left tube, or my left side.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
So people always ask me, well, if I want to get pregnant again, do I need to come back to Clear Passage? But this is really fun. What were your feelings when you found out you were pregnant 4 months postpartum?
Freaking out. We didn't really know if we wanted another one after the situation we had with Bowen and being in the NICU and having to go through all that again. And we would hope that we would have waited a little bit longer. And we thought, since it took so long the first time, maybe it wouldn't happen so quick this time. But it definitely did. And I didn't have to go back to Clear Passage, and I didn't use IVF or do IUI either time. So it was just specifically losing some weight and going to Clear Passage.
That is so exciting. So just a little backstory with, so Kelsey and I keep in touch, and I visited all went in the NICU, and we're texting back and forth how's things going, and this is going on now, and we're home now. And then I get a phone call, and it was so funny. She's like, I think I could kill you. And I knew exactly what was happening. Even before she goes, no, I'm so excited. This is so fun. But because you were trying to get pregnant for so long, you never in your wildest dreams thought that you could get pregnant again so easily, did you?
No, not at all.
So now are we a little bit more aware about how fertile you can be if you wanted to be?
Yep. Definitely so. And I appreciate everything that Clear Passage has done, and I kind of just vouch for Clear Passage all the time, even going to the doctor. They're just very shocked at me just doing some manual physical therapy helped clear my tube and kind of just a reset on my body.
That's phenomenal. I would have loved, but we didn't do hormone testing too to see if that helped even out hormones and that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you say your doctors were shocked, so did they know you were ovulating from your left tube, or did they just kind of say, we're going to take everything out and that's as far as we could go?
No. Yeah, that's the only thing that they gave me an option for. No Clomid or anything, letrozole or anything like that. No fertility medicine. They just wanted to go straight to IVF, do my husband's testing, and then go straight to IVF. They didn't give us another option.
I just find it amazing that you've had 2 children without IVF after given that type of a diagnosis.
Yes, and every time I went to get my ultrasounds, the ultrasound techs would be like, you got IVF? And I said, no, I have never received IVF or IUIs. And they were just shocked.
Even the ultrasound techs were?
Yeah, and because I had gestational diabetes with both babies, and they thought I was high risk because I got IVF or IUI, and I said, no, that's not the reason. So
that's awesome. That is so fun. I think Jen is trying to find some pictures. I know you sent them in. We're just trying to figure out how to share them here. Let's see what I've got. I have them pulled up. I just don't know how to throw them up onto the screen. Let's try share screen, because these pictures are so cute. Nope. So thank you for showing the pictures to us. I just don't have them. We have pictures of the babies. And how is Colson and Owen getting along?
So Bowen is still a little jealous. He's getting around to wanting to play with him, but he's still a little rough with Colson. So
let's go back to the first picture. I'm sorry. Can you go back to that first? Now, that is
Colson. Yep.
Okay.
And he is going to be 5 months old on July 1st. So that's the most recent picture. He is probably one of the happiest babies. Both my other kids are happy, Bowen and Sophia, my oldest. But he is happy all the time. And I'm very shocked because everybody said that the third kid probably could have been worse. But he is so happy all the time, and I'm so grateful that I pretty well have it a little bit easier now that he's happy instead of a cranky baby all the time.
He is adorable, and he's happy even though Bowen is picking on him a little bit, huh?
Oh, yeah, he smiles. Even if he hits him on the head, he smiles. He doesn't cry. He cries very rarely unless he needs food or a diaper change.
And this little guy is, I know who it is, but who is it?
This is Bowen. He was born in February of 24. Like I said, this is my miracle baby and Clear Passage baby, my first Clear Passage baby. He was born at 25 weeks, 6 days, and he was born 1 pound, 12 and a half ounces, 12 and a half inches long.
You could literally hold Bowen in your hand.
Yes.
He was so itty bitty tiny. Yes,
And
but
he's
it was
grown
also
so
amazing to
much.
see how quickly he even grew when he was in the NICU. Oh my goodness.
Yes. And that's him now. He loves, my sister made him a blanket and he is very obsessed with it, and he would love to carry it around all day. But he is pretty much meeting all of his milestones. He has some language barriers. He's not talking fully yet, but he is walked before around his first birthday, so they were kind of shocked about that. And he could do most of the physical stuff, just a little bit behind on his language development.
So let's go back to that picture real quick. As a physical therapist, when we talk milestones, we actually track milestones, and we, if babies are born early, back 30 years ago when I was evaluating kiddos, we'd actually take off, X amount of weeks for each week they were born early. And what Kelsey is saying is we're meeting these milestones, and with technology, it's just amazing how well these kiddos who are born early are doing now. Don't you agree, Kelsey?
Yes. Yeah, and he's technically going to be behind till he's about 2. They said maybe 3, which is fine. He's doing great in comparison, since he doesn't have any heart issues. He doesn't have a lot of issues that some of the NICU babies could have, or a preemie could have. So we're very grateful for him and everything that he's come so far and where he's at right now.
And this is?
This picture this is my family, my husband, and then you'll see Bowen, and then my daughter Sophia, and then Colson at his baptism. And I have another picture. This
is so exciting because we have 2 Clear Passage miracle babies and Sophia. So we have Bowen and Colson, and you guys make just a beautiful, beautiful family. Jessica's over here writing in the comments, babies. She says, congratulations. Did you work with Jessica or Amy when you were calling in?
Jessica. Yeah. And Brenda, I talked to. But mostly I even talked to Jessica when I was hospitalized for a little bit. We were emailing back and forth about some of the things that she went through and some of the things that I was going through. So it was very nice of her to keep me somewhat entertained while I was hospitalized with Bowen last year.
So I want to point out, because not only do people say, oh, you become part of our family, but don't you kind of feel like we've adopted you and made you part of the family?
Yeah. Yep. And I've talked to Larry. He's called me to write some stories and ask me some questions. So that's great too. That was last year around this time. He wanted to double check and make sure I really was pregnant. I think he was a little shocked too then, like, oh, 2 of them back to back. But that was a good statistic for Clear Passage. To see that I could do it with 2 babies.
Yep.
And then this is most recently, probably in April. Another picture, you can see how big Bowen's gotten, and Colson, and my daughter. So.
And you can all really see how big Colson's have gotten already. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for sharing those pictures.
He's like 15 pounds now. He was born 6 pounds, 15 ounces. So I did have him at 37 weeks because of my gestational diabetes.
And so he will be out of the pumpkin seat soon then, huh?
Yeah, he's getting close. He's really long.
It just makes it a little bit harder.
He's still, both of them are still small. Yeah. But they're both still a little bit small. They're not, I guess, they're average for their age, but it'll be fine. They'll grow.
So can you tell us just a little bit about the experience with Clear Passage? Not necessarily treatment, but, you were talking about, you and I talking and you speaking with other people. Just what's your overall general experience been with Clear Passage, and just even the follow-up that you've been having?
Warm, welcoming, inviting. I just feel like everybody cares, not just about the babies and me being a quote unquote statistic, because I'm not. I feel like I not only myself provide information to you guys, but you guys, like especially you with the packets, whenever you gave me whenever I left, I still have those and I still read over them. I share them with my students because I teach child development, so I can provide some of that information to them. But overall, I am so glad that I chose Clear Passage, and I'm glad to be a part of the Clear Passage family.
We are so very glad to have you as part of the Clear Passage family. I love seeing the pictures. And we have Amy just popped in here. She loves the pictures, and so happy for you and your family. We all are. We're just very excited for you to see both the babies. Having Sophia enjoying both of her little brothers. It's wonderful.
Oh, yes,
So,
she's definitely a great help.
are we planning on having baby number 4?
No. This is enough. This is a lot already. It takes a lot of time, and I'm thanking God that I'm off this summer to spend time with both of the boys and Sophie, and being able to watch them grow.
Thank you so much for being on our Facebook Live. If anybody is interested, please contact us. You can look at our website at www.clearpassage.com. We have locations in Florida, New York, St. Louis, that's where I am at, Dallas, Reno, Nevada, and London, the UK. And if you want to call our office, you can call us at 352-336-1433. Again, that's 352-336-1433. And usually Jessica or Amy would love to take care of you. Is there anything else you want to say, Miss Kelsey?
I don't think so, but I appreciate Clear Passage. I'm going to keep saying that, and I'm going to keep spreading the word.
And even after we hang up, make sure you and I keep staying in touch and keep sending me pictures and milestones and all that stuff. I so appreciate your time today, especially that you have 2 little ones that you're trying to keep a hold of. So thank you very, very much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Bye, everybody. We'll see you at the next Facebook Live.